Hey guys, welcome to Anna Loves Makeup. Today I'm going to be reviewing and doing a wear test of the new Too Faced Born This Way matte foundation. This is said to be a 24-hour foundation. I was super interested in seeing how this would work and how long it would last on my skin. Now, I have tried the original Too Faced foundation and that foundation just does not work for me. I've tried it twice and each time I try it, it just looks really cakey. It just kind of, breaks up. It's just a bad foundation for my skin. So when I saw the matte one, I figured it's gonna be way different than the other one. To me, the other one's more of like a satin finish. It is a little bit thicker in consistency than this one is. You'll see in the video when I do the demo that this one is pretty liquidy. So yeah, the consistencies are different to me. And the way it went on is a lot different as well, but we'll get into that in a minute. I did pick this up at Sephora for $40. I got the shade Sand. I felt like sand was really close to my skin tone. So yeah, I went ahead and picked this shade. So far it looks really good, with the powder and the bronzer and the blush and all that good stuff on. So I'm gonna read what it says on the box. It says it's an oil-free, oil-controlling, waterproof, transfer-resistant, 24-hour undetectable super long wear foundation. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and test this out today. I will be trying to check in maybe 3 times, but more than likely it'll probably be just 2. I did put the foundation on my skin. You'll see in the video I show you the timestamp and it was at 10:28 in the morning. So now it is 11:06 after I put everything on. So far, I really like the way the foundation looks. I think it looks really smoothing on the skin. I don't see any breaking up. I don't see any cakiness. But again, I've only had it on for maybe 30 minutes. So we're gonna test this out today. Before I go on with my day, I do wanna read to you what it says on the Sephora website. It says it's a life-proof foundation that controls oil and keeps you looking flawless for up to 24 hours. The coverage is medium, the finish is matte, the formulation is liquid. It's for pretty much all skin types. It says normal, dry, combination, and oily. The highlighted ingredients are coconut water, aids in delicately replenishing skin's moisture levels. It has alpine rose, which empowers skin's health and resilience. It has hyaluronic acid, which gives a smoother, more youthful appearance. The ingredient callouts are free of parabens, and this product is also cruelty-free. It says what else you need to know. The matte formula stays completely color true while covering imperfections to reveal the all-day shine-free look of naturally flawless skin. This lightweight foundation provides medium to full buildable coverage and is non-acneogenic, waterproof, oil-free, and transfer resistant. They did clinical results in a 1-week study of 107 women, and they said 96% said this foundation feels weightless on the skin, 99% said the foundation blurs away imperfections, and 93% said the foundation provides undetectable coverage. So let me go ahead and show you the product. This is the bottle right here. It's a little bit different to me than the original foundation. The original foundation was a little bit shorter to me and a little bit wider. It kind of looks like the concealer, but of course in a bigger size. It is a glass frosted bottle that comes with a cap, and it also comes with a pump. So you do have quite a bit of control with this since it does have a pump. It is 1 fluid ounces of product, which is pretty typical for foundations, and it feels pretty sturdy and pretty luxurious. So I really do like the packaging of this foundation. I think it's just really, really nice packaging. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the demo. You'll see here, I'm going to use 2 different primers. One side, which is my right side, I use the Tatcha primer, the Tatcha Silk Liquid Canvas Primer. On the left side, I did use the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water because I've been using that like crazy lately. Then I went in with the Waso Poreless Matte Primer for my T-zone. So I did use a sponge and a brush just to see which one I liked best, which one gave me better coverage. I went ahead and placed 1 pump of foundation onto my hand, and as you can see, it is very runny. It's totally different to me than the other foundation. So I went ahead and placed 1 pump on the right side. I went in with the sponge. I thought it gave okay coverage. It wasn't quite medium to me, but it was almost a medium. And then I went ahead and pumped another pump on my hand, went in with the brush on the left side, and I really felt like the brush gave it a little bit more coverage. Or it distributed it to where it gave more coverage than the sponge. So I really love the brush part of it because I felt like the brush just made it look a little more flawless too. So the brush gave it more of a medium to full coverage, but not quite full. And you guys know I like full coverage. So I went in with a third pump using just the brush, and I went all over my skin with the brush. I felt like the brush is just a better tool for me. If you don't like that full of a coverage, you can always go in with the sponge. I think the sponge was perfect for someone who doesn't like full coverage, because even though I used a sponge, it didn't soak up the product. It really went on the skin really nicely. Now I do want to mention, when I was putting on the foundation, I will say that it has a very weightless feel on the skin. Even though I added the 3 pumps, I really felt like it wasn't heavy on the skin. It was very weightless. It blended in beautifully. I didn't have any issues with that. I didn't feel like it streaked or clumped or anything like that on my skin. So it does have that weightless feel, which is nice, because you don't want to put on a foundation that is medium to full coverage and it feel cakey on the skin. So this felt really nice on the skin, very lightweight. So I really love this about the foundation. I felt like it applied really beautifully and very easily, and non-cakey. As far as blurring imperfections, when I applied it, I don't really know that it really blurred my imperfections. I do have like some fine lines, some pore issues, but yeah, so initially I didn't see it really blur my imperfections completely. It did have somewhat of a blurring effect, but nothing like super serious to where it looked like super seamless. So I did want to mention that. As far as the undetectable coverage, I do feel like I have makeup on. I don't feel like it's undetectable. And the reason being is because I built it up to full coverage. I'm not saying it looks cakey or heavy. I think it looks beautiful, but I do feel like when looking in the mirror that I do have makeup on. It doesn't look like it's undetectable. So I'm not sure what they mean by that. So I'll look into it a little bit more, see if I can read if it explains the undetectable coverage. But to me, undetectable means that you can't see makeup on your skin. And with this foundation, you can, which is not a bad thing, guys. I mean, you know, we wear makeup to, you know, make ourselves feel good. So that's not a bad thing that, you know, you can see the makeup on your skin. So anyway, I did want to mention that. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the video right here, and then I'm going to go on about my day, and I will check in with you guys in a bit. All right, guys, this is my first check-in. It is 3:47 p.m. So it's been about 5 hours since I applied the makeup. So far, I'm super impressed with this product, guys. I know it's only been 5 hours, but when I went outside and looked at myself in the mirror, in my car mirror, I fell in love with the way this foundation looked. It just looks very natural, very seamless. And I know I mentioned the undetectable coverage, which in a sense, I really didn't know what it meant, and I didn't see anything on the website. But I will say that when you put this foundation on and you go out into the light, the natural light, it looks like skin. It looks really good. It looks very beautiful on the skin. And as you can see, I don't have any lipstick on because I just ate, but I haven't gotten oily through my T-zone like I normally do. I'm not oily anywhere. Now the foundation does look a little bit glowy, but not in a bad way, not in a way where it looks like my face is getting oily. It just looks like soft and glowy. So far, guys, I love this. I think it's beautiful on the skin. I am gonna put a picture right here where when I went to the grocery store, I put on a mask. I'm gonna show you the picture that where it did not transfer all the makeup onto the mask. There was just a slight bit of makeup on there where my nose was, and then of course where my lip gloss actually touched the mask. But other than that, you'll see in this picture that there is like no indication of transfer there other than those areas that I just mentioned. So I thought that was pretty cool, especially these day and times where you're wearing a mask and you want to actually have your makeup stay on your face and not transfer all into the mask. This seems to be a good foundation for that. I did take a couple of photos in natural light, but I will post those right here so you guys can see how it looks in natural light. Because of course here I have like the box lights and then I have the ring light. So anyway, yeah, so far guys, I'm super impressed. I really like it so far, but we will see in the next few hours how this foundation holds up. Hey guys, this is my last check-in. It is 7:44 p.m. right now, so I've had this on almost 10 hours. And I have to say guys, I am absolutely in love with this foundation. I think it looks So pretty on the skin. I've worn this all day. I haven't touched up. I've worn a mask. I worked out. So I've done a lot of things today where I'm moving around and really putting this foundation to the test. First thing I want to say is I am slightly, I'm talking slightly oily right here on the sides where my pores are, but it doesn't look bad at all. It hasn't broken up on the sides of my nose. A little bit has come off from the tip of my nose, and that's only because I wore a mask today. I wore a mask today at least 3 or 4 times. So I do have some that's come off on the tip of my nose. But as you can see everywhere else, my bronzer's on, my blush is on, my forehead looks amazing. I just love the way it looks. It's so intact. Yeah, so everything looks really good. So if you have skin like me, like combination oily skin, you're probably going to really love this foundation, especially right now while it's hot outside. I was outside for a little bit, I would say in and out of the car, going to run different errands, and I was hot, but this foundation didn't go anywhere. So I really think this foundation is beautiful. I think what I mentioned before on the claims as far as it, you know, blurring away imperfections, I don't feel like it completely blurs them away. I think it does a good job of slightly blurring them. So I would say if you have like pore issues or texture issues, to go ahead and use, you know, those primers that actually help with that. Because when I wear this, I'm not gonna stop wearing my Waso Poreless Matte Primer. So yeah, so I would say if you have other issues, use whatever you use to take care of those issues, because I really don't think the foundation blurs everything away. It is weightless on the skin, like it says. It does have that undetectable coverage in the sense that it looks very natural on the skin. At first, when I put it on, yes, in these lights, it looked like I was wearing makeup, you know, but when I got out into the light, the natural light outside, it looked so pretty. So love that. And then it says it does not require touch-ups. I would have to disagree because it's almost been 10 hours and I really do feel like I need to touch up like right here, but very little. I'm gonna do it right now while we're sitting here on camera. So I'm just taking my IT Cosmetics by Pores powder. I'm just putting just a slight bit on there, and then I'm just going to press it, and that's it. Yeah, touched it up, super easy. You could probably use a tissue to touch up. I think this is such a great foundation to use on skin that is combination or combo oily. Now I do think that it is good for dry skin as well because it's a liquid type of foundation and it goes on pretty like silky. It doesn't go on like too like mattifying. And to be honest with you, I think the finished look of it is not really matte at all. It's more of like a natural satin finish, but just really beautiful on the skin. So this is the end of my check-ins today. I am ready to take off this makeup. I'm actually gonna go for a walk with my husband and my kids and my dogs, and then I'm gonna come back and of course wash this off and then have a glass of red wine and relax for the night. So I'm really excited to be able to bring this type of video to you. I'm so glad that I could review it for you guys and give you like a true test of the foundation. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video.